Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your monthly reading for December 2023. These messages are for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. I'd like to thank everyone who watches the videos, likes, shares, comments, subscribes to the channel. It's all very much appreciated. If you'd like to book a personal reading, please see the description box below the video for information on that. These are the decks I'm going to be using for the oracle decks I'm going to be using for today's reading. And just as like an opening comment or side note, so since Scorpio season, so maybe for the last 2 or 3 weeks or so, I've had a feeling, like a hunch, that going into December, people may be speaking their minds more. They might be more outspoken, saying things that cause shakeups, controversy. They might be saying controversial things, and that's whether it's you doing that, people doing it to you, or you're just hearing about it. And I mean, this happens in the media all the time, so I'm not talking so much about the media. I'm talking about more to do with our day-to-day lives. So yeah, that's just a hunch, a strong hunch that's been coming through for a while. So I thought I'd share that. Whether or not that materializes, we'll see. And I am aware, obviously, we're in your season, Sagittarius season, and yeah, I did remember that Sagittarius is Sagittarius energy can be known for being quite frank and open. It's like a kind of what you see, what you get energy. Sometimes it can be brutally honest. I don't think there's usually malicious intentions behind it, but yeah, that's what I've wanted to share. So let's get into your reading. We're going to start with a message from the Sacred Destiny Oracle, and that will be like your main theme or the main focal point, something important that you need to know. So for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising for December 2023, what's the message from the Sacred Destiny Oracle? Main message for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. If it wants to make itself known. Yeah, okay. You've got success. I mean, who wouldn't want that? So let's put that there. And we'll get your tarot cards out as well. So again, like the most important thing, or one of the most important things that you need to know first of all. I mean, I'm not going to take it, but it was. Wow, okay, Ace of Pentacles. I mean, that's usually an opportunity, isn't it? There can be a financial element to it. So maybe you win the lottery, who knows? Let's try again. So there we go. You've got the Page of Swords. Your energy specifically, how you're dealing with things. Ace of Cups. I'm thinking the term, you know, something like The Secrets of Success or Secrets of My Success. I think there's a film with Michael J. Fox actually called The Secret of My Success. But because the Page of Swords is there, he's about discovery, isn't he? Uncovering truths, new truths, that sort of thing. Let's see what the external energy is, or surrounding energy for you. You have the High Priest, and that's about secrets, isn't it? Or can be about secrets. And you've got the Ten of Swords with that. Might be an end to a mystery, actually. Okay, we'll see. Right, past energies relating to this. That is a lot. I'm going to try that again because that was like 3. Past energy, please. You've got the Tower. Current, present energy. The Ace of Pentacles is back. I wasn't sure about that, but when that turned around and it was that, I thought, okay, yeah, that really wants to be out. I mean, main focus, present, current energy, it connects, doesn't it? So it really could be the Secrets of Success or something there. I think I just said, didn't I, end to secrets? But anyway, potential future energy. You've got the Lovers there. And advice, okay. We'll take this one. You've got the Queen of Swords, and it's another card of truths, and she's outspoken. I think she's come up. You're the fourth reading I'm recording for December. And I feel like she's come up in at least 2 of the other readings. And obviously she can be someone who's quite outspoken, can't she? So let's see what the clarifiers say. So first of all, with that Page of Swords, what do we need to know about that as your main focal point, main theme? So Page of Swords. Okay, just bear with me. We've got Justice first of all. And I think it was just one that fell, the Hanged Man. Again, it's given an energy of figuring something out, actually, with the Hanged Man next to Justice, and it's clarifying the Page of Swords, because the Hanged Man is that deep introspection, isn't it, and looking at things from a different perspective. But then Justice, it's either wanting a fair outcome, getting a fair outcome, possibly learning something, maybe learning lessons even. Anything else for the Page of Swords? I think that was the Knight of Swords that wanted to come out then. Right, anything else? You have the Nine of Swords. You have the Knight of Pentacles. The Four of Wands. I mean, that's a good card to get. And you have the Queen of Cups there as well. So, oh, and something else as well. You got the Queen of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. That's a lot of cards, right? I'm going to get something for the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups before I continue. Right, so now you've got the King of Cups in reverse. One more for the Knight of Pentacles, please. Page of Swords is back. So again, the energy of figuring out how to do something, possibly. Let's get something for the Queen of Cups as well. I'm going to take those upright. I know they're in reverse, but I feel like they just kind of slipped round. I don't feel like they literally were meant to fall out like that. Right, so you've got the Ace of Wands and the Five of Swords. This feels like anything that would have been standing in your way. Let me just get one more for that Queen of Cups. And then you've got the anything that was standing in your way. So overall, it does feel like you figured out how to do something, and I would say success, because how to be successful within something in particular. You've got the Justice card at one end, the Ten of Pentacles at the other end. I mean, this is like prosperity, abundance, successfully becoming abundant. Justice, it's kind of where things go in, well, not kind of, it's where things go in your favour. And then in between, as I say, the Hanged Man, that's looking at different perspectives. It's spiritual development. That is where you could have figured something out, something that potentially made you feel anxious previously. Something where you didn't know what steps to take to make it happen. And then with the King of Cups, that may be where, you know, like if you feel like you want to do something, or you have a gut instinct that you want to do something, but you don't trust that feeling, you're like, oh, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But you've got the Page of Swords there, so again, that sense of discovery. So as I said, it looks like you figured something out. You've got the Four of Wands, so that could be in terms of figuring out how to start something from scratch, or you've already got a foundation, a base to start from, and figuring out how to build on that. But here, there may have been something emotionally that stood in your way, possibly, because as I said, this feels like the Five of Swords there, that's whatever stood in your way. So it can be thoughts, sort of self-sabotaging thoughts, people that have gotten in your way, negative thought patterns, that sort of thing. But then the Ace of Wands, it's the spark, and the Page of Pentacles is where you take the action. So sort of trusting how you feel here. So yeah, overall theme, it looks like you figured out how to do something, or how to be successful with something in particular. And it doesn't mean you've completed it, but it means that you're at the point, at the very least, where there's a key point that you figured out how to make something happen that you want, that something that means success to you. or you're at the very least in the process of it, if you haven't literally figured it out yet. But yeah, that term secrets of success is still playing on my mind. So let's look at your energy with the Ace of Cups. It may be, with the Ace of Cups being there, because that's your energy specifically, that can be about fulfillment. You may have figured out what it is that you feel success is. Maybe for a long time you've kind of felt a bit lost, and and you go through phases where you're like, I don't even know what will make me happy anymore, or fulfilled, or what I want. And then you get to a point, somehow it's like, that's it, light bulb moment, that's what I need. Like if you're trying to figure out, you feel like there's a particular purpose you want to pursue, or you want to pursue a purpose but you don't know what it is and you don't know how to figure it out, and then you have a light bulb moment. It's like, this, or at the very least, I want to try this because it might lead to whatever is connected with whatever it is that feels successful to me or fulfilling to me. So let's look at the Ace of Cups for you. This High Priestess and the Ten of Swords feels like it was a mystery. That external energy is like, that's the mystery of whatever it is. Like, again, if you felt like you wanted a purpose but you didn't know what it was, it's like it's kind of saying the mystery is solved, or the mystery is over. You've kind of figured it out, but we'll see what comes up. So we've got Strength. We have the Seven of Pentacles there as well. That was very acrobatic, wasn't it? We've got the Sun. I mean, that's enlightenment, isn't it? I mean, Seven of Pentacles, that is a period of assessment, whether you've literally put energy into something or whether you're just contemplating what to do or what you've done before and what you want to do now. It's kind of a sense of enlightenment about what it is that you want to move forward with. Anything else? See, I love when this happens. We've got, that's fallen on the floor, it's the Moon. If I can actually get it without ripping the whole setup down. Yeah, I feel like this is meant to be here, the Moon. So it's kind of illuminating whatever was hidden. Again, the mystery is kind of solved. And the King of Pentacles, that's where you kind of know. He knows what he wants to build. He's very capable and he's willing to do it and go for it. And I would say the Strength card, I mean, you could take that as courage. I'll get one clarifier for that. It's will as well, isn't it? It's your sense of will that you want to do something. Yeah, it's where you've had the illumination. You kind of have a sense of, this is what I want to do, or oh, this is how I do it, or this is the path I want to follow. I'm kind of thinking, do I want to try and figure out what it is specifically? But as a general reading, it could be anything, couldn't it? Let's have a look at the Seven of Pentacles just to see. No, it's not giving specifics. It's just saying, as I said, that Seven of Pentacles, that's a period of contemplation. It's like where you assess. Four of Swords for me here, it's a period of contemplation and kind of feeling. With the King of Cups, it's feeling your way through things. So say if you were someone, again, you were trying to figure out what career path you wanted to choose. Maybe you've tried a bunch of different things and you sort of have been assessing, and this could be over a period of years. It doesn't mean months. It could be over like a 20-year period even, where you've kind of, imagine that you've got like a mental checklist of like, yep, no, 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 yep, maybe, that kind of thing. And it's figuring out how you feel about it. How do you feel about what you're doing, and what do you really want to commit to? What do you feel the most drawn to? So we'll leave that there. I'm just trying to look to see if there's anything specific, like a specific thing that you feel is successful. But at this point, I mean, as I say, the main thing I would say, career comes up. That's one thing that comes up. It's not saying a specific career. It could be entrepreneurship with the King of Pentacles, like building your own business. That's one thing. It could just be finances in general, something relating to finances in general. But yeah, I'll leave it there. And we will move on to this mystery type energy here. With the Queen of Swords staring at me, teaching is coming to mind as well. And it doesn't literally have to be a teacher in a school. But there may be something that you're very knowledgeable with, or something that you want to learn about, that you want to share and teach. And it could be absolutely anything at all because there are so many things that you can teach. Even if you don't have a teaching qualification, you can share knowledge, can't you? I mean, you could start a YouTube channel yourself and share what you know about something there. Right, so the High Priestess, Ten of Swords. You've got the Eight of Cups. So that would be, all right, let me get the rest out before I start making judgments, actually. The Knight of Wands. Although I do feel that what I'm thinking or feeling is right, but... You have the Hermit. Four of Swords is back again. I mean, these two together, that's a massive sense of contemplation, isn't it? And figuring something out in your mind. Without other people's interference, like figuring it out for yourself. If you've struggled to figure out what it is you want to do or what feels successful or fulfilling to you because of comparisons with other people, interference from other people, pressure from anyone else, society in general, these two cards are where you've kind of, and the High Priestess as well actually, is where you shut out the noise and the distractions and it's like, nope, I'm figuring it out myself. Let's get one more. And then you get the King of Wands at the end as well. So I do think this is like the mystery is solved, a mystery is solved type energy. Or, as I say, if you're not literally here now and sort of you have that big sense of knowing of, right, I want to do this. It's you're at the very least in the process of that, or a pivotal part of the process of that. I mean, with the Eight of Cups, Knight of Wands, that's an energy. Those are energies of... Again, where I said, like, if you have that mental checklist and you were figuring out how you feel about what you've been doing and assessing what feels right, what doesn't feel right, what you feel inspired by. These are the energies here. Eight of Cups, it's leaving behind what doesn't feel good, what doesn't work. Knight of Wands is like, right, this is what I want to go towards. Again, I mean, the King of Wands as well, that's where you take action. Where now you can take action because you've figured it out. I'll just have a look. I'm still trying to see if there's anything specific that comes to mind. And I do keep reading articles about the connection of the cards with the tarot cards with specific careers. And I read it and then obviously you forget it after you read it. So I really need to get it into my head to kind of study it to see what comes to mind. I mean, sometimes intuitively you'll get a thought on something and it'll be like, oh, actually that feels like that particular career path or something path. But it just looks kind of general at present. I will say actually with this Knight of Wands, travel comes to mind. If there's something to do with travel that you feel will make you feel successful, that's something there. For some reason, well, not for some reason, but there could be an element of psychology here as well with the Hermit and the Four of Swords. I mean, spiritual, with tarot readings, I suppose there will always be a factor in there that someone could be pursuing something spiritual just because tarot is spiritual. But yeah, psychology comes to mind as well, or mental health and travel. That might be something you want to look into as well. It could even be that somebody has mental health related issues and there's been like a breakthrough where you kind of feel like, yes, I can successfully figure this out. You know, like if you feel that you have some sort of condition and you want it diagnosed, or you've been trying to have it diagnosed to figure out what it is, and you might have gone through a breakthrough with that where you've got a specific diagnosis or something, or you've found someone that can help you, and that it's like, right, I've successfully figured out what's going on. Now I can address it and I can move forward with my life and I can work with it rather than being confused by it, you know, that kind of thing. Again, mystery solved. So, Knight of Wands, Five of Pentacles. The first word that comes to mind with that Five of Pentacles is searching. Searching for what feels right, I would say. And then you've got the Fool. And another thing that comes to mind with this Five of Pentacles here is, you know, like if you kind of want to pursue a particular path, but this is very normal, where you're majorly concerned about I keep using this word now, financial ramifications or financial restraints. It's a sense of freedom. I mean, both the Knight of Wands and the Fool have a sense of freedom from that, where it's not to say that we should be completely irresponsible and disregard finances altogether, because obviously you don't want to end up homeless or broke or in debt. But it's where somehow you kind of not as you kind of feel free from the financial constraints or restrictions, like you're not letting that influence you as much. Like, say for example, you wanted to put, you've already got a high paying role, but you want to do something where you're going to get a lot less money, but you feel passionately about it. The breakthrough may be the point where you're like, you know what, F the high paid job. It doesn't feel right. It feels horrible. I hate it, or whatever. It just doesn't feel right. I'd rather go take the lower paid role or pursue a lower paid whatever position because it feels right, and I can build. Well, yes, you can build it up and eventually gain more money, but more to the point, it feels fulfilling in general. So it's not about the money. I mean, obviously you want enough money to survive on, but it's like sometimes with money can feel like there's a gun. You have a gun held to your head. Can't it? It can feel like you sort of trapped, feeling like, oh well, I can't possibly give this up because of the money. But then at the end of the day, as long as you have enough to live on, what's more important? Is it more important to have excess money or to have enough money and be fulfilled, feel fulfilled? I mean, obviously you get to decide. It's free will. So I will leave that there. Again, that travel thing with the Fool. What's on the bottom of the deck? Right, Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. But yeah, there's that sense of travel comes in here as well. So anyway, mystery solved, I feel, with this, or mystery is being solved. Because the High Priestess is about knowledge as well, isn't it? Knowledge, secrets, and then Ten of Swords, that's coming to an end, so it's being revealed, I believe. Right, so we've got the Tower, and I will say, as I keep saying, if the Ace of Swords or something like that comes up with that Tower card, it's like an epiphany, and this is past energy now. So something could have happened, something major could have very well happened, which has now led to the mystery being solved. Like, say if you were in a particular job, and I've used this example in one of the previous readings actually. So I'll give this example. There's a person that I know that they've always worked really hard, and they've stayed in jobs for like decades, but a few times this has happened to them. Whenever they've gotten to the point where they're really, the circumstances have changed within the job, like the company's been taken over and it's gone to shit. Well, not gone to shit, but things change, and it's just people, you get treated differently and the circumstances change and it becomes unbearable. Whenever they've mentally gotten to the point where they've said, you know what, no more, I'm going to start planning to leave this place, for some reason they are very lucky that they get redundancy. And I know it sounds silly to say lucky for redundancy, but it's like they were planning to leave anyway. But what happened was the redundancy came, so they got the redundancy payment so that when they left, they had money to live on and they didn't have to kind of struggle to find another job and stress about not having money for a while. So it's like they get a bit of a break. Like it's almost feels like they got rewarded for their hard work, where they get the redundancy, they get to have a bit of time off work, still have money, and then and then they've got another job really quickly anyway. Like somebody will come to them and say, oh, we need employees for such and such. So this person has some major good karma when it comes to work. Like they never struggle. But that would be the kind of like a Tower coming in where they didn't expect it. They were planning to leave, and then somehow the Tower came in and said, here, we're wiping this out. And I know the Tower is usually more destructive than that. That's like where you're really clinging onto something harmful to you and the Tower just shatters everything. But yeah, I still see what that person has been through as kind of a Tower, because it just removes everything, doesn't it, and gives them a fresh start. It's where you can have a new opportunity. Right, so the Tower. What do we need to know for the Tower? That's being overwhelmed. This came up, I believe it was for Capricorn, that feeling of being overwhelmed. I know the Eight of Wands can be communication as well, but for me, it can often be about progression, movement. This particular Eight of Wands is very much chaotic. You've got the tornado in the back. The wands are all over the place. The witch looks absolutely frazzled, flustered, whatever word you want to use. The cat's holding on for dear life. It's being overwhelmed. Too much going on, or the circumstances are too much to handle. We have Ten of Yep, I mean, that's where that's over. So as I say, something could have happened. You maybe were feeling overwhelmed, whether it was mentally, physically, emotionally. And it looks like something's come to an end there. Could even be, unfortunately, like health related stuff. And this has happened to me, and I've said it in multiple readings now. With a particular job where I was highly stressed for a very, very long time. And it got to the point where I'd had anxiety without even realizing it. Don't ask me how that works, but I was physically ill, and I kept on thinking I had getting tested at the doctors, thinking that I had an autoimmune disease or some illness, because I was literally physically ill. And then I'd be off work, be okay again. I mean, yes, I still kind of felt anxious, but for some reason I just didn't acknowledge the anxiety. Went back to work, became physically ill again, and just a back and forth until I was off long term. And the doctors that I went to diagnosed it as anxiety and depression. The physical illness was anxiety and depression. And it was weird. I mean, the symptoms were like vomiting. It got to the point, and gets graphic now, where there was blood in my vomit, because you vomit so much that your blood vessels pop. Just stomach aches in general. I felt like I had the flu all the time, like where your body aches, and it's like I had no reason for my body to be aching. I got migraine, sore throat, just generally, I just constantly felt like I was ill. And as I say, I kept on having blood tests and there was nothing wrong. And as I say, the doctor diagnosed and said it's anxiety and stress and depression. So that was my tower. It didn't take me out of the job. I still had to choose to leave it after a long time. But as I say, once I kept on going back to work and kept on feeling physically ill every time I went back to work, and the circumstances were still stressful, it wasn't changing. It was like, this is never going to end. You're going to have to end it yourself. So yeah, that was a tower. That ended the overwhelm for me. Right, so we've got Page of Cups, and because I was talking, I think it came out in reverse. So yeah, I'm going to put it there like that. So I feel like that's where you, it feels like dishonoring, kind of dishonoring yourself, not expressing yourself as you'd like to. So again, it goes with that feeling of overwhelm. That's come to an end, because it was like, well, you're not being yourself. You're not yourself. So the universe kind of would have stepped in and kind of put an end to things in some way, shape or form. So we've got the World, yep, to free you up so that you can start a new cycle, have a new chapter, have a new beginning. And then we've got the Three of Swords there at the end. And it feels like it's more about an end to the pain. It's like whatever's ended, it's to put an end to the pain, the struggle, whatever you want to call it. Let's get one for that Three of Swords. Might get one for the World as well. I will take this one flipped, double flipped, and flipped itself back in the deck. Right, yeah. It's to bring you peace. It's putting an end to the pain to bring you a sense of freedom and peace, and to make you acknowledge as well. Because as I said in my example, I didn't realize that what I was going through was anxiety and depression. I just put it down to a physical issue. But it made me realize, actually, no, it made me face my feelings. It made me face how stressed I was actually feeling, because I was kind of I mean, I admitted I was stressed, but I didn't admit the extent to which I was stressed. It was just like, no, I've just got to carry on. I've just got to be tough. I've just got to keep going. Just got to keep doing it. Everybody else is coping. And to be honest, everybody else had their coping mechanisms. That's why it looked like they were coping. And to be frank, a lot of people in that particular job, they ended up getting burnt out as well. It was part of it was burnout, and multiple people burnt out and left as well, because it was a stressful environment to work in. Well, it was a stressful, industry sector. The sector itself was stressful, and then just COVID came in and just a bunch of stuff, and it just was a bunch of stuff that just made it more and more stressful for everybody involved, not just me. So let's look at the World quickly. Again, that whole travel thing is coming up for someone potentially. Right. Yeah, so something's come to an end. The Tower's come in and kind of made you realize that you're not expressing yourself fully. It gives you the opportunity to recognize how you really feel, what's harming you, what you need to be freed from, what you need to gain peace from. And then it sort of, with these are clarifying the World, it sort of makes you consider what dreams you do actually want to pursue, what it is that you want to pursue instead. Might be a creative element to this as well, if somebody wants to pursue and be successful in something creative. So I'm here, the word guru keeps on coming up as well in my head now. So I don't know if somebody wants to be a guru or they're seeking a guru for advice. That's something that comes up too. So we have the Ace of Pentacles next. So this is the current energy, and this is where you're ready if an opportunity could already be with you, Or at the very least, you're kind of like, yeah, this is the new seed I want to plant. This is what I want to commit to. This is what I want to do. So somebody may have got a payout for something as well. I don't know why I'm thinking, if something happened with that past energy with the tower and somebody got compensation for something, that's come into mind as well. Somebody could have got redundancy, but compensation specifically is coming to mind here. And that would allow you to have a free start. Somebody could have won the lottery for real, but chances of that, what are they, like something million in one in something million. But anyway, it's a new start either way. So why is the Ace of Pentacles here? What do we need to know about that? It's relief from the chaos for a start, I would say, and an opportunity to create something new with the Empress. Could be something here about pregnancy, successfully becoming a parent, whether it's through pregnancy, adoption, fostering, even something like that. It could be something with, if somebody wants to work with animals or something to that effect as well might come in, because there's quite a few animals here, aren't there? Cat, dog. What is this? Is it a puma or jaguar? There's another one I can't think of as well. There's a bird there that I didn't even notice. But yeah, there could be something with animals here as well. Anything else? So you've got this star. So that's kind of making me think of like your wishes coming true almost, or trying to make your wishes come true. You've got the Ace of Swords. It feels like it's kind of the clarity of things, of what you really want and what you, again, the mystery solved of what you want to pursue, how you want to pursue it. Anything else? And as I say, if you're not literally in the energy now, it's something that you're coming into by the looks of it. So that was there. Three of Wands. I mean, again, that's your intention. So once you become clear about exactly what it is that you want to do, the path that you want to follow, this is where you put your intentions. You set your intentions, and you've got the High Priestess there. So again, that could be mystery solved, but it could be about following your gut feeling. You know, and I said at the beginning that you may have had a gut feeling for something. Let's have a look at that High Priestess on its own, please. Five of Cups. Okay, it does feel like it's following your intuition now. So again, going back to like having, okay, just bear with me one moment. I've got someone at the door. Sorry about that, Sagittarius, postman. So the High Priestess, as I said, this is, yeah, we were talking about following your intuition now and having that mental checklist again of deciding what feels good, what doesn't feel good, what you've learned from past experience, what disappointed in the past. Deciding what direction you want to go in now, using your intuition to help with setting the intentions and being clear on the opportunity that you want to pursue. And again, I'm looking at to see if there is anything specific. Again, travel with that Three of Wands. I mean, this isn't the most travel-y type of Three of Wands, but a lot of the Three of Wands, there's a travel thing that comes up in them, like a travel sort of image. Again, the whole spirituality thing could be a part of this, with the High Priestess and the Star coming up. The word prison is coming to mind. I think because I'm looking at that Five of Swords, there could be something to do with someone who's come out of prison and trying to get their life back together, or someone might want to work in the prison service, potentially the probation service, prison service, something with conflict resolution here. I think, did I mention teacher? I think I mentioned teacher at the beginning, didn't I? Writing, possibly, or communication with the Ace of Swords might play a role in the opportunity that you want to pursue as well. So I think that's it for now. I mean, this shows travel as well, doesn't it? The Chariot. So let's look at your potential future outcome. So it looks like whatever it is, that the mystery has been solved and you now know what you want to do and what you want to be successful. It's something that you're really going to love and connect with the lovers here, and you are very much choosing. It's a choice now. It's not like, I've said before that a lot of my choices in terms of work, it's been by default. that I've ended up in jobs by default. I've never, until now, doing this, which I don't really get paid for at present, doing videos. I mean, I don't get paid to do videos. I don't have a monetized channel. Everything else has been by default. This was literally by choice. It's like, right, this is what I want to pursue. This is what I want to try, see what happens. But every other job I've ever had, even when I've thought I chose a job, it was like, no, you chose it by default because you needed to survive. You needed money to survive. So, yeah. So let's look at the Lovers in more detail. Future energy. So, yeah. 3 of Cups. Okay. So it's something that you'll really feel connected with. There'll be a sense of support in it, whether it's that there are other people involved and you have like a sense of community, or you feel like, you know, when you love something, because you love something or you love doing something, it supports your emotional and mental well-being, doesn't it? Because it makes you feel good. It's that sort of energy. It gives you kind of, I don't know if thrill is the right word, a thrill or a rush, maybe it does, but that kind of thing where it just gives you a good feeling just doing it. It's like you don't even have to get anything back from it, just literally doing it feels good. You connect with it. King of Swords. Anything else? So communication could be here as well, teacher again, because the King of Swords can be a teacher too. We've got the Emperor there. So there could, again, that whole entrepreneurship thing comes in. But the Emperor, for the most part, it's that choice that I was talking about. It's that you're in your sense of sovereignty, that you've chosen this. It's not a default thing. It's not you've been pressured by others or had interference. It's that it's like, no, this is what I want to do. And the Emperor is successful as well, aren't they? And maybe part of the key to your success is choosing something that you love rather than by default. So we've got Judgment. I mean, for me, the Judgment card, right? So I know classically it's to do with second chances, reviewing the past. For me, this particular Judgment card often looks like someone who's just happily going off on their own path. Yes, you would have reviewed the past. You would have figured out what works, what doesn't work, what you do want, and now have an opportunity to go forward, knowing that you chose this path. Let's get one more. And with that King of Swords as well, it's someone who's very decisive and they know what they want. And no one can tell them what to do. They know their truth. They know what they stand for. And there's a huge sense of integrity with it as well. So 7 of Cups, again, that's a card of choosing what dream do you want to pursue. The Lovers, that's just where you connect with what you love, isn't it? I mean, maybe for some people it could be involve a relationship, a marriage or something like that, possibly. 7 of Wands, that's what you're willing to fight for. It's like being willing to fight for what you love. So I'll leave that there. So future energy overall, it's just a sense of really connecting whatever it is, the path that you've decided to pursue. It's knowing that you chose the path. Nobody forced you into it. Nobody pressured you into it. You made the decision by yourself. You're literally choosing what you love and you're standing up for it and enjoying it as well. And that's the future energy. So next we'll look at the Queen of Swords. And I mean, again, that's a sense of decisiveness and knowing what your truth is and what you want without the interference. Again, that's the key to the success. I would say the Lovers and the Queen of Swords are both like kind of the key to the success is knowing it's your decision and you get to choose what you want to do. So Queen of Swords. Again, choosing, isn't it, with the Chariot? You get to choose, you get to get things into alignment and then go in that direction. You got the Death card there. So I would say, just looking at the Death card next to that 2 of Pentacles, that's that whole default thing where you that concept of choosing by default, where you're kind of doing what you have to do, should I say? You know, like where you do a job because you need to survive, because you need the money to survive, rather than because you actually love it. It's that type of energy, but it looks like it's standing in your sense of truth and knowing what you love, and knowing that you have the power to choose, you have freedom of choice. It puts an end to any confusion, any juggling of just general shit. I mean, we still have to juggle general shit, but you know what I mean, when it's like that's all you ever do and you feel like you never get to choose what you really want. Knight of Swords. I feel like that was meant to be upright, to be honest. I mean, I'll leave it like that for now, but I feel like it was meant to be upright, and the way it fell was a bit weird. So, Six of Wands, Page of Wands. I mean, again, this is where you choose your path. It's where you choose your path, and Six of Wands, it's a card of success and being yourself as well, and being respected and valued for that. I think the Knight of Swords is in reverse here because it's linking to these cards of well, these three in particular, of that confusion or interference and sort of not knowing what you want to do, or feeling pressured to choose something that you don't want to choose. But at the end, in the end you get to choose. You get to, even if it means you have to start from scratch, you get to choose, and there is the potential to be successful with it. So I'm going to get you final advice cards. So first of all, from the Sacred Power deck. So one has just fallen on the floor. Let's see if I can get this without knocking anything over. Right, the ones that fell, I'm not going to keep them. They fell on the floor. Communication and boundaries. That might be important. I did say communication could be in. Okay, I'm just thinking at the beginning of the reading when I was talking about people saying things that are quite outspoken and could cause controversy, and that's making me think of that now, because if you set boundaries, sometimes you have to communicate in a way that people don't like. I did talk in the reading about where people may have interfered or you felt pressured. So again, communicating what your needs are and having boundaries where people try to interfere. But let's try and get you a message properly. And again, communication might be some part of what you want to pursue as well. So you have angel assistance. So I guess that's about asking for help, isn't it? Asking for support, asking for guidance if you feel stuck, if you believe in God, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, whatever you believe in. It's asking for support from that source. And I may read that message actually. Let's see what comes out for the Oracle of the Unicorns as well as your advice. So Oracle of the Unicorns advice, please. So you have two that fell on my lap. You've got patience. Pause before you take action. Trust that divine timing is at work. Be patient and play whilst you wait. So patience might be required. It doesn't mean you stand still and do nothing. It just means that what you're doing, it may take time to build or create. It might take a while. And passion, do what excites you. Get fired up about your life. Increase your energy level. So again, that's that whole choosing what you love, isn't it? And that could very well be the key to your success as well. So let's have a look at the angel assistance card. So it says divine intervention. Ask and you shall receive. You have asked the angels for help and they are guiding you. You are now supported by the angelic realm. Serving as God's messengers, the angels provide heavenly support, divine wisdom, knowledge and healing to all beings on earth. You are deeply connected to the angelic realm right now and you are ready to receive their assistance. Assisting you on your earthly journey, the archangels have delegated a team of helpers for many areas of your life. The angels share with you messages of divine wisdom, knowledge and healing through our thoughts, signs, nature, people and life synchronicities. The angels act as bridges for energy shifts, soul awakenings, Akashic records, light codes, spiritual knowledge, higher planes and realms of consciousness. Right now, the archangels have arrived to connect you to the divine source. Powerful healing is taking place. You are encouraged to employ healthy eating and lifestyle choices as these will assist in adjusting your unique and divine vibration to align you with your life's purpose. The angels ask you to spend time in meditation, focusing on sacred geometric symbols to enhance your intuition, connect to the collective consciousness and expand your spiritual awareness. Connecting to the angels in this way provides a bridge to the higher realms. Right, so it's going to ask you to look at the card. I'll see if I can hold the card up and read at the same time without shaking it. So hopefully, I'll try that, you can see that clearly. So focus on the card and see what colours stand out to you. So it says, each colour represents an archangel and is charged with a specific role. Focus on this card. Which colour are you drawn to? This is your current angel helper. With intention, feel the angels' healing energy wash over you. Thank them and pulse them your love and gratitude for this service. So it says, if you're drawn to green, it's Archangel Raphael, to do with spiritual, physical and emotional healing. Pink is Archangel Camael, relationships, friendships and love. Blue, Archangel Michael, to do with strength, protection and will. Red, Archangel Uriel, removes lower energies and thought forms. Indigo, Archangel Zadkiel, universal magic, intuition and manifestation. White is Archangel Gabriel, communication, education and learning. Orange is Archangel Haniel, accessing spiritual gifts, intuition and clairvoyance. Yellow, Archangel Jophiel, wisdom and intelligence. And black is Archangel Azrael, emotional turmoil, grief and addictions. So you could be trying to become successful in any of these areas actually, or overcoming any of these successfully. So I'll leave your message there, Sagittarius. I hope that was helpful to you. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like, share, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. And again, if you'd like to book a personal reading, see the description box below the video for that. But thank you for watching and take care.